This will be a video of my incandescent bulb collection I have. Now, all these vintage lamps, except this one here, the one in the plastic cover, was still available today. All these bulbs you see here are no longer available anymore. You can't buy incandescent light bulbs much anymore. You can still buy these ones from Coles, but only 25 watts. Anything above 25 watts, I'm pretty sure, is not allowed to be sold because they don't make a meal. But the weird thing is, that's 25 watts. But these are 25 watts. We can't get the big ones anymore for 25 watts. You can't find them anywhere unless you get them specially made. Because Steamer has that problem where they can't get the 110 volt incandescent bulbs anymore. I've got some of the original 110 volt bulbs. These are the original ones in the boxes, still working. I tested on my 110 volt transformer I have for stepping down the voltage from 240 to 110. These are the original light bulbs what we used by the railroad. 15 watts, made in England, 110 volt. It is in screw base. I can't screw it into that and show you it working because that's 240 volt setup, so I can't show you it working on that. We've got another one here. Still an original box. If I can get it out the carton, I'll show you. .110 volt, 15 watts, British made. Because the British rail, the British trains also use 110 volt light bulbs as well for their trains, I'm pretty sure, back on the tube and all that. But the Red Rattlers, Harris, dog boxes, used those type bulbs in the Harris dog box and Red Rattler cars for the... No, Harris didn't use them because Harris had the fluorescent tube type lamps. But it's a much modern 110 volt incandescent light bulbs with the brass base. I polished it up the other day and it looked nice, but these are that's the original one. This is the ones in the cartons. 110 volt. Made in New Zealand. But these are commonly used by the trams and the trains because they're 110 volt. They were used especially by the railways, and even the seller put on the thing made for railway tramway use. Now I've got some original made in Australia Philips bulbs. 240 volts, 25 watts. Here's 4 of them out of the cartons. I was using these 4, but I'm going to keep them clean. Very soon I'm getting some vintage, refurbished, and tested and tagged 1940s, 50s light lamps with pull chain, desk lamps, or a double hold of 2 pull chain lamps coming soon. So these are going to be going in there. Because the 1940s LEDs would not look cool, so I'm going to put some incandescent bulbs in there. Got 4 of those type. And then I've got a very rare Philips red bulb. This iPhone is rubbish for focusing on small things. There you go. I'll take 2 of those over here and I'll show you these working in a sec. Made a little test board up to show you them working so you can see them. And I've got this one. Now, I picked this up for free, being thrown on the street for the trash man to collect from a tenant in Park Towers where I used to live. Threw them out. Also got a box, a complete box of 4 that's not being used, and I'm not going to use them either. They're going to be kept. And I've got a box of these Edison screws as well. What were sold in Woolies till very recently before they discontinued these by Labour, because Labour has discontinued incandescent light bulbs like these for sale for homes. So the only way you can get them now if you buy them off eBay, brand new, home brand. 24 watts. No, 240 volts, 60 watts. I believe, if someone tell me in the comments if I'm wrong, I believe they do, only sell bulbs like these ones now, what, under 25 watts. I think under 30 watts is allowed to be used. Anything higher is not allowed to be used, I believe. Tell me if I'm wrong, I'm not too sure though. But these are collection items now, I'm not going to use these ones. I'll show you the clear one working. The modern ones are these Philips incandescent party bulbs you can buy now. The only ones you can get nowadays are these ones here. These ones here. Made in China, but they're incandescent bulbs, and I'll show that one lit up as well. And another one, the only ones you can get now are an Anderson screw, are these ones off eBay. Come from China, you have to wait a month or so to get them. They do them all colours. Now I'll show the original one. Of this type we got first. Nice red colour. Now I'll show you the replicas that they do now. I hate these bayonet style fittings, they're just a nuisance. As a replica, but you can see it still has a filament in there, so it's definitely a filament bulb. I don't know if you've had to see whoops. I don't know if you had to see the filament in this one. No, you can't. But there is a filament in there. It is a filament bulb. It's not a halogen. It actually is a filament bulb. If I put it underneath the light, I'll put it on this leash. I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but that is a filament bulb. You can see the filament in there. It's not a halogen. It's actually a filament. I got this for free as well, being chucked out, and it still worked. Now I'll show you this clear, this frosty one. This is also an incandescent light bulb. It's not a halogen. See the filament in there. This is a filament bulb. It's not a halogen lamp. You can get halogens of these, as I showed previously to one of my friends. Yes, that will pretty bright. You can see the filament in there. Here's the filament bulb. I've got one of these in use in my storage cupboard in my back bedroom, actually in use. And I'll show you the clear filament bulb. That's a clear filament bulb. Those incandescent bulbs. My original lights back on here. The frosted ones of these are very hard to get a hold of. I looked up on eBay, they're not cheap. I'm not going to buy the filament ones either. What I'll do, I'll quickly run and get my 110 volt transformer. And I'll show the filament, the 110 volt bulbs. I'll lit it up. I've got my 120 volt transformer now out from my bedroom. I'm going to check the no-no here. what to do with these light fixtures. Bend the prongs a tiny bit and stick into my 110 volt transformer, which you shouldn't actually do, but I will do it. Just stuff that in there to get the 110 volts. That's your 110 volt incandescent light bulb. I'll turn it away. Just be careful when running incandescent light bulbs and taking them out if as they can get very hot. I have had that done before. I'll get my railway ones out. I'll show you the original railway ones. And I'll show these ones because I've got the 110 volt thingy out. These ones are used in the railways, and still used today, but the ones used today are not the proper ones. They're actually remade because steam rail, when they run their tape set, they have to get their bulbs specially made because they don't make the 110 volt incandescent light bulbs anymore. It's 115 volt made in England light bulb. They're very nice bulbs. They're collection items now because they don't make incandescent light bulbs like these anymore. I'll put this way, make sure which is which here. And it was that one goes in there. And I'll show you one more bulb, and I don't know why I've actually put it, so I'm not bothered showing that bulb. I was going to show one of those small bulbs, but don't know where I've actually put it, and I'll have to plug it back into the main, so I do show that. Does let me do a scan to my valve fans. If you ever have any old incandescent light bulbs like the 110 volt ones, never put them into a regular household lamp socket, because if you do, you'll end up with a big loud pop, or a small pop, or a very loud bang. Let me just show you that my old vintage light fixture with Belgium. I'm going to put a first incandescent bulb back in there one day. Old pull chain fixture. Remember, it's got an LED at the moment. Hang on. Here's another incandescent bulb I can show. These are 240 volts. In theory, you could, and the tramways did this. You can double stack these bulbs in series parallel. I think it is, or something close to that. Is that one? You can run two 110 volt or 220, no, not 220 volt, two 110 or 120 volt lamps in series parallel, and you'll get one or 240 volts. So the tramways did that. Is that modern day one you can buy? But they run the bulbs on the old W's. They actually put these ones here. I better put that away because I want to put that in the wrong socket. That the tramways wire. If it was on the original system, 550 volts, they would put 5 110 light bulbs in series to make it run on the 515 volt. Or if it's 600 volt, you put 5 120 volt bulbs in series. and that would run on 600 volts DC. I'm not sure how the red Rattlers did it though. They might be on the similar setup, that they would have had to do it to match one 1500 volt DC. But these are my collection of of incandescent light bulbs.